Hello everyone, my name is Pratik and I am your host, and today I am here again with a new topic. And today's topic is how to survive with the crash. What does that mean? It's not meaning about the accident, it's mean about how to survive with the crash. If you have a debt, if you borrow any loan, education loan, car loan, house loan, any kind of loan you have on your head that you have to return to the bank, and or maybe you're paying to the bank right now in a small amount per month. How to overcome with it? How do we overcome with that debts, with that debt? So first you need to cut your expenses. What does that mean? Cut your expenses means if you're living by a rent, so get a very cheap rental house. Not a house you can live in one room with kitchen with light bath. If you are alone, you are living in outside in city, so you can borrow a one room with kitchen and light bath house, and the rent would very low, that their rent price would be very low, and it would be help you to save your money and pay your debts. Are you getting that? Second thing is cut your food expenses. If you are eating in a hotel every week, in every few days, don't do that. Make food at home, or maybe you can become a good chef. Become a chef. You have no need to become a chef. I was kidding. But you should have a skill that you can prepare food for you at least. So do cooking and prepare some food, like normal food that you can eat. Getting that, and with the time you will get that skills. You will be honed in that cooking. That's a very powerful thing, and that will also help you to save your money, cut off your expenses. Third thing is that use transportation instead of your personal vehicle. Don't use your personal vehicle to go somewhere, to go to the office, or maybe you're doing a college, you are doing a coaching classes. Don't use your own vehicle, use transportation. Transportation is cheaper than vehicle. Are you getting that? Don't buy a car with from take a loan. You're planning to borrow the loan, or you're planning to finance the car. Don't do that. If you have no need, if your city have a good transportation system, have a metro, have a city buses, use them. Don't borrow a car, buy a loan. You can buy a car with cash. If you have enough money to buy a car, then you should. And if you are planning to buy a car with your own money, so buy a cheap car. What does that mean? Means not a luxury. Do you have no need to buy a luxury car? Just a car which is under your budget. And don't invest much money into cars and vehicles. If you have money, then you can. But if you don't, you're doing a job, you have a debt to pay. And if you wanna get rid of the fear of that loan, accept So please reduce your costs and don't expend too much money on your food. Maybe you can do a fast in a week. uh, I'm not kidding that. If you really wanna, cause loan is the burden. Loan loan can put the stress on your all family, in your all family, and you all will be in a poignant state, means regret and sadness. Yeah, are you getting that? So please cut off your expenses, pay your debt as soon as possible. Third thing is that increase your earnings. What does that mean? Increase your earnings so that you will get rid out of it, and that's a pounding process that will destroy you with time. If you are not earning too much money that would be enough for paying your debt, increase your money, increase your earning sources of money. Maybe you can do a dual job hours. Maybe you can work 20 hours in a day. So please don't do that mistakes, don't repeat it. Do a work as you can get rid out of those loans as soon as possible. That's the only thing you have in your hand, and besides that you have nothing. That loan will put your family into a stress, because they are applying interests at your loan, and if you are paying in a little amount every month, it's not gonna enough. Pay at once all the amount, whether it is you have to cut your expenses to save money, and pay it in a large amount every month so that you will get rid of out of it. And what if you will don't pay back that loan to the bank which you have borrowed? You won't get a loan in upcoming time. You won't get the loan in upcoming time. That's all. So what? Why you need to borrow a loan in upcoming time? That's the case. Why you need to borrow the loan in upcoming time to the bank? Don't do that same mistake again. Just speed your earnings, earn some more money, and pay it in a large amount. Cut off your expenses. Don't buy expensive things, and don't spend your money too much. If you're earning 10,000 rupees in Indian currency, if you talk about, so don't spend it. If you are earning 50,000 rupees per month, don't spend it that those things which is not necessary. They have no meaning. And if you and in that condition, if you have a debt to return, so don't do that mistakes. That will temper you. That will temper your family's dreams. These dates will trample your dreams, crush your dreams to achieve something, and you will just pay that loans every month with earn money, with your earning money, and your life will be swirling around that bank, swirling around the loan to paying the loan. So if you want to get rid out of it, please don't do the same mistakes that would be eerily for you at one moment. That would be eerily for you at one moment, and you will be afraid of it. Maybe you will get distressed, maybe you will get, and this is, and that depth, it's not gonna fleeting, it's not a fleeting process, that's a short amount of time. And no, 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 it's a long term, it's a long running process, and you have to pay that loan with interest. You have to pay it with interest, and there is no other option apart from that. So, what we discuss about today, how to get out of that crash if you have a loan, if you have a car loan, by education loan, and house loan, whatever loan you borrowed to the bank and you are paying it, or maybe you will pay it after the duration will get over. So, first thing, first, cut off your expenses to pay off the loan. Cut off your expenses. Don't expend too much money on living in a expensive room or a house. If you're living in a rent and outside to the city far from your home, and if you are living with your family and you have your own house, well and good. But if not, so please live in a small house, one kitchen, one room and lead bath, combine it. That's we need, that's we all need. Okay, second thing is cut off your expenses from food. These are the main things where you spend your money too much. So cut off your food. Don't expend too much money to your food. Don't eat expensive food. Just eat a normal and cheap vegetable and rotis if you have. Don't use vehicles. Don't buy a car. Don't buy a bike if you have a debt to pay. Use transportation. That will be cheaper than that. Because cars are want servicing. Cars are want your money to care. In that. So let's move to the vocabulary section now. The knives and the forks would have to be stoved, staged somewhere out of reach. Means the knife and the forks. Forks means kind of a thorn if you know about that, and if you don't, search it on Google. Fork as forks. And stoved. Stoved means to put something at a place securely and secretly, stowed to out of reach of someone like a kid. Next one is pull the shawl around her against the chill. Chill means cold. And Mariam cleaned lentils and moistened, soaked wet her eyes. Moistened and lentils. It's a pulse. And she arranged mattresses and cushions. Mattresses you put on the bed, and cushions means we can lean onto it. Along the walls of the living room. Blow ball of candy and roasted almonds. Roast it on the stove, and exceptional hospitality and humility. You're getting the unordinary thing. Humility. So now we that brings us to the end. That's all for today. We'll meet into the next podcast. Love you all and cut off your expenses. Get rid out of that your loans. That's the only thing. You can do it and increase your earnings. Find other ways to earn money and pay loan back. Okay, bye bye. We'll meet into the next episode. If you have any queries, comments, please let me know. I'll be glad to hear that.